Hello, everybody. How are you today? Good? Good. I'm glad to see that. Well, we are in a different location today. My mama is in surgery right now. So I am, she's having her gallbladder out. So it's not major, but it's going to make her life better. And so I am sitting in a conference room. And so we're going to do Monday meditations this way today. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for being on here. We're going to have a great time with Jesus. That's always the best thing that we can do on any Monday, right? And it's a rainy, overcast one here in Middle Tennessee. So I just want to say welcome to everybody. So one of the things I've been thinking about um, is, I've just finished the book Establishing Your Heart. And at the back, he has these daily devotionals that you can get in there and do. And they are really, really good. If you have the book Establishing Your Heart, I fully recommend, that is one of the best books that I feel like that I've read. Not that all of them aren't good, but this one is such a good, truly getting your heart established in the gospel of peace and faith righteousness and just kind of understanding how to walk that out. And one of the things that he talks about in one of these devotionals is he says the word path in scripture always refers to our lifestyle. It always refers to how we're going to walk our life out. And he says that sometimes what we attempt to do is we try to decide what we're going to do with our lives before we choose our lifestyle. We decide all of our decisions we think we have to make before we decide who we're really going to be. Am I going to be a person of character? Am I going to be a person of integrity? Am I going to be a person who always seeks God? Am I going to be a person who always says, no matter what the situation is, my response will be to respond to it from my heart, from a place of peace? And so, a lot of times, what we do is we don't decide who we're going to be, and we try to make choices, and if we don't decide who we're going to be, we'll never find the path to where we really want to go because our character will lead us down a path, even when it's not the path that we desire to go on. And so Jesus talks about this, in Matthew 6, where he says, and this is in verse, let me put my glasses on so I can actually see numbers. Matthew 6:21. It's not an old one, it's a new one, or not a new one, it's an oldie but goodie. But he says, for your heart will always pursue what you value as your treasure. Our hearts are always going to go after what we've decided that we treasure. The beautiful thing is that God has given us the opportunity to always make the choice. What do I treasure? If I look around at my life, if I look around at where I am, if I look around at what's coming alive around me and I don't like it, then I'm probably planting seeds that are kind of growing, and creating things that aren't what I want. Now, I'm not saying we can control everybody around us, but I am saying we can control how we respond. And if my heart will always pursue what I treasure, if my heart's always going to be looking for that, then what I always want to do is come back to the starting place of who am I in Jesus? What was accomplished for me through the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus? What promise do I have access to in this moment to make life better than it's ever been? Yes, my circumstances may be the same. The things that are going on around me may not be changing, but how I'm responding, how I'm feeling in those moments, it will change. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you decide who you are in Jesus rather than just, hey, I want to pursue this life of Christianity. I want to pursue this life as a believer. I want to pursue this life as somebody who says, I'll do essential heart physics, once a year. When you decide instead of being just that person that you want this lifestyle of I want to be the kind of person that Jesus was. Because remember, he was a man. He laid aside all of his deity and he came and he walked this earth and he experienced the things that we experience. he went through the things that we go through, and we may say, well, it wasn't exactly what we go through. It probably, no, it wasn't exactly what we go through, but I'm pretty sure he gets to win by the whole cross situation. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give him, that he's had it harder by what he went through when he laid down his life for me. And so as we in this moment decide, my heart will always pursue what I value as my treasure. What's my treasure? So today, last week, we started out going in with joy. Remember how we went in with joy because David said, I was overjoyed when they said, let's go into the house of the Lord. Well, today we're going to go in and we're going to do it from a place of, you know what, Jesus, you are my treasure. You are. If nothing else changes, if nobody around me ever does anything differently, if my kids act the way that they are acting right now, if my spouse stays the same that they've always been, if my friends still don't change, if my parents, if nobody around me is different, Jesus, I will still pursue you as my treasure. That is where my heart wants to be settled. And so right now, we're just going to close our eyes. And guys, we're gonna take a minute to take some breaths, just in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just reminding myself that right now, I choose. I choose in this moment to lay everything else aside, to let everything else go. I choose. I choose to go into my secret place. And as we're making this decision, if you're not on mute, if you'll go ahead and mute, because we are recording these. But I choose to relax. I choose to let go of all worries, all stress, all anxiety. Every breath that I take in, I just imagine myself breathing him in. And every time I exhale, I just imagine all of the negative things, all of the pain, all of the worries, all of the fretting. I just imagine letting go of it in this moment. Because right now I'm making a decision about the lifestyle I'm choosing. I'm setting an intention. This is my lifestyle choice. To always choose to go into my heart. To always choose to go into my secret place. To always choose to let that be my first place of refuge, my hiding place, the secret place as I begin to imagine it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to me. And I use my imagination and I begin to imagine what it looks like. And I see everything around me. And I realize how real everything looks to me. And I think about the things that I would hear in this place. And I begin to listen for those things. And I notice the things that I would touch, maybe the things that I would smell. Because in this secret place, everything that I see, everything that I hear, everything that I experience, it takes me to a place where I feel relaxed and I feel loved and I feel valuable. And as I walk into this place, and I do this by my decision, I've made the decision that I would imagine these things because I know there's a place where my imagination connects to my heart. And as I stand in this place, I begin to notice how good I feel. I begin to notice that I am relaxing. Every thought that would lead me away from anything in this meditation, I'll just let it go. I just choose to let it go, knowing that I'll remember it at the time that I need it. But right now, I choose to relax in every way possible, to be in this secret place, to know how marvelously I am loved. As I'm standing here, I see Jesus walking toward me. And as he gets to me, we greet one another. And I look in his eyes and I see his love for me. I see that this time is so valuable to him. This is something he wants to do. He wants to be in this place with me. And I notice that he has something in his hands. And it's a gift. And it's the most beautifully wrapped gift I've ever seen. As I stare at it, it's beautiful. And I look in his eyes again, and I know the gift is for me. And he hands me the gift. And I take it. And there's a giddiness about him where he's saying, just open it, open what I have for you, open what I've brought for you today. And I open the gift. And I see a picture of myself. And I realize that he's saying to me that I am the best gift to him. And I feel overwhelmed in this moment because when I think about all that he did to have this moment with me, and he's smiling and telling me I am the best gift. As I look at that picture, I realize how much he loves me. How when he says, I am a high priest who's acquainted with your sorrows, he's not just saying that randomly. He's not just making an overarching statement. He's saying, no, I see you. I know what you are going through. I know what is hurting you right now. And you are so important to me that I want you to know how much I love you. And I see in the package also, there's a heart. And it's beautiful. And it's healthy. And Jesus picks it up. He puts it inside of me, saying, you have my heart. And every time, in every situation that I believe that to be true, nothing else can hurt me. Nothing else can worry me. Nothing else can cause anxiety because I know I have Jesus's heart. And I feel the love of knowing I am his greatest treasure. And we just read about where our treasure is, our heart will be. And Jesus just showed us we are his greatest treasure. We are where his heart is. And there's something about just standing in this moment and being in this place and knowing that I'm loved and I'm valuable. That just becomes healing in itself. It just brings a peace and a rest that we know is only brought to us by him. When he says, I give not as the world gives, right in this moment, that's what we're experiencing. That's what we're going through right this moment. Because my heart is his heart. And to be his treasure, we all want to be somebody's treasure. As I look at him and I recognize what he's saying to me, I just smile. Because I love being his treasure. I love how it feels. I love what it does inside of me. And I look in his eyes again. And I see his smile. And I feel chosen. It feels good to be chosen. And I decide in this moment whatever it is I'm dealing with, whatever it is I'm facing, that I will remember how it feels to know I am his greatest treasure. That I am chosen by him. So in this moment, that rest and that peace, it's better than anything else. And I choose this. I choose to experience this in this moment. To just be with him. To just be without having to fix or even talk. Because I have his heart and I am his treasure. And that I will never forget. Now I'll count to 5 and we'll open our eyes together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now it's really important that when we get off here, take a minute, jot down something that you noticed. And you may say, I didn't notice anything really impressive. I didn't notice anything that was, like life-changing or anything. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you something. It's the little things. It's the little things so many times that we don't think make a difference, that upon reflecting backwards, we're like, wait a minute, that actually was a big deal. It was a big deal that I felt him touch me, or I felt him put that heart inside of me, or I noticed how he looked at me. Any of those things that you noticed, write them down, because they become your Ebenezer's. Remember when God told the children of Israel, pile up those rocks, and you keep piling them up, and every time you walk by them, you talk about them. Well, what happens is that when we have these times with Jesus, there may be things that don't seem like a big deal to us right now. But when you pile up those Ebenezer's, when you start reading back through your journal, those of you that are coming every Monday, when you start reading back and you start noticing, a couple of sentences this week that kind of link up to the sentences from last week, that kind of link up to the sentences from the week before, all of a sudden, things start getting real. And you start realizing, yes, these are big deals. I keep saying recently, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Well, I'm guaranteeing you the first several thousand bites of eating an elephant don't look like much. But eventually, if you keep eating, that elephant's gone. And so when we do these meditations, we're not coming here to solve our problems. We're not coming here to fix everything. We're coming here simply to experience whatever he has for us today. And so today, I hope you remember that you are his treasure and what that feels like to be someone's treasure. Maybe that's something he has you go look up. Maybe you go and you look that word up and you start seeing where it is in the Bible. But I hope today you walk away with something that you can write down. Find something. Wendy, I saw where you asked if you were able to receive these meditations. We are working on a thought process where that you guys could get them. So give us a minute, but I think that is a great idea that you guys, if you want to, could go back and listen to them again. But for now, for now, you get me live and in person and whatever comes out. So I thank you guys for being here today. And I hope that you have a wonderful Monday. And remember that you are his treasure, you are chosen, and you have his heart. That's the amazing thing. Things can change if you just realize, wait a minute, I've got his heart. How would he be looking at this right now? And start thinking about your things that you're going through from that perspective. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off here and I hope everybody has a great day and I will see you next Monday, 11 a.m. Central for Monday meditations.